Hello everyone, welcome to Gundam.tk's review of Master Grade Freedom Gundam, made by Bandai of Japan. This kit was released in 2004, and it sells for 3,800 Japanese yen, so about $40 US. The Freedom Gundam is from the anime Gundam Seed, where the main character Kira Yamato gets his mid-season upgrade from the Strike into the Freedom, and it's still one of the most popular Gundam designs. Now the box, as usual, on the side shows what you're going to get. Of course, on the box this is a painted version. It also shows some of the internal skeleton, and of course all the weapons you get with it. It also comes with marking seals and stickers, and you can actually do it in Zaft colors or in Kira Yamato's custom. One nice thing about this model compared to the 1/100th non-master grade is the 1/100th can only do this pose in full burst mode, but with the master grade one you can actually put all of the weapons up and the wings out, which makes this one a big step up on the non-grade, same size model. When you open the box, you're also going to get a nice cardboard insert that shows off the model in one of its better poses. Most of the old Master Grade Gundams have this, and newer ones have gotten rid of it. This is Freedom Gundam's manual, and the cover, like most Master Grades, doesn't have a picture, but the back does have a back shot. Inside there are 16 plates that make up the Freedom, and of course it comes with stickers, decals, and seals that you can apply if you want. When everything's put together, this is what you'll get. Of course you get the main body with the feet, legs, a waist, torso, shoulders, and arms. As far as weapons go, it has 2 side cannons, the beam rifle. Of course, the wings have weapons built into it, and the shield and 2 lightsabers. Let's take a look at the parts now. Starting with the weapons, we have the beam rifle, which has a clear part for the sight, and a peg so that you can plug it into Freedom's back when he's not using it. And there's also the side cannons, which are pretty cool. They unfold, and they stretch out like this. And the focus is a bit off, but you end up having a huge long weapon that sits off both of his hips. Next up you got 2 beam sabers, which are a little disappointing because they are incredibly thin. Since 2004 they've generally gotten bigger and more detailed. These are pretty much just pretty boring, although they do have a bit of a bend to them. The shield is pretty sharp, doesn't really suit, there's no yellow in it, so it doesn't quite look like a regular Gundam shield, but the eye guard can switch sides from one side to the other. Looking at the rest, the feet don't have a lot of mobility, only blue and white, unlike the regular Gundam's red feet. The legs are very plain, and they're very white. Some of the newer Master Grades are turning a little bit gray, but this is bright white, unpainted. It can bend, and it can achieve a full bend here. And you can look at the knee mechanism as it folds in. Fairly well done. The ankles also have some room for lining. The waist section is very simple. I did a lot of lining there because you can actually see it through the front. Has just 2 spots on the side where the railguns attach onto. The torso also is missing any yellow, but it looks really similar to the anime. They did a nice job with it. Only disappointment being that these Vulcans are still in the same color as the rest of the body, and the rails look pretty good in the vents, etc. The arms are pretty standard for Master Grade now. They pivot at the top. They can achieve a full bend. You can see the elbow mechanism. And the hands are fairly standard. 3 fingers stick together, the trigger finger moves, and of course the thumbs can move. It doesn't have a peg here if you're trying to put the weapon in and make it look pretty solid. The shoulder pieces also have a fair bit of color in them, and just they can achieve a little bit of mobility. Up and down here you can see, so it can move up and down on his shoulder. And finally, the head. I have to say that the head is one of the highlights of this. I think it captures the anime pretty perfectly. Lots of colors, you don't have to add anything, the gray is built in. If you buy the 1/100th, it doesn't have the gray, I believe, so you have to do it yourself. But the yellow, white, red, gray works pretty well together. Of course, the real highlight of the Freedom is its wings. They're fairly steady, with a little bit of a click on them as you move them, and the wings can fold in like this, and this can reveal the railguns at the top, which spin out, and so there would be two of them shooting over Freedom's shoulders. Now the wings also fold out, just like the anime, and you can get all 5 wings exposed and still hide the railgun behind the top one. So these two are a pair, these two are a pair, and at the bottom there would be 3 small ones. This one is independent, and it can move like this. So the nice part, as I said about the Master Grade, is that when you pull the cannon forward, you can send it forward independent of the wings, and you can end up having the wings out and the cannons shooting forward. So with both wings out, here's what they look like from the back, and you can achieve the full burst mode, which can't be done with the non-Master Grade. So for me right there, that's the highlight of the Master Grade, and worth picking it up just for that. Once you start putting the feet together, you can see that the leg is just on a ball joint, and these 2 wires here are not actually attached to anything. That's just a clever ruse. But the ankle has a fairly good bit of mobility. Side to side, up and down. You should be able to achieve all sorts of poses with this. One thing I've noticed is that the frame sometimes splits when you're doing your poses. As far as the waist goes, the legs, unlike some of the new Master Grades, this is about as wide as they can go. So you can't expect it to do the splits. As far as the upper body goes, when you put the arms on, the arms have a fairly fantastic range of motion in the shoulders. So they can go right up, fairly far down, and of course you can still bend the arms all the way around. So you can achieve some pretty good poses with that. Finally, when it's all put together, you get what I think is one of the best Master Grades, especially considering it's already 4 years old. I think it stacks up really well. It's solid top to bottom, incredibly posable, and outside of the legs really. And as far as just bodies go, this feels a lot better than its predecessor, the Strike Master Grade, did. And you can achieve some pretty good poses without any weapons. So, as far as it goes, I would say that this is an excellent Master Grade already, and when you add in the details, we'll see how the balance, etc. works. So now with the railguns and the wings added on, you can see that the balance is going to change substantially, and I'm propping it up right now, and if you let it go, if you have a good pose, it'll be okay. If not, it's going to topple backwards, because you can guess that those wings add in a lot of weight to it. And there you have it, the Master Grade Freedom Gundam. Now I'm lousy at posing, but people that are will be able to do a lot with this. The only problem, as I said, is about the weight in the back, so that's going to limit what you can do with it for sure. The shield works well, the blaster, despite not having a pin, fits well in the hand. As a nice bonus, this kit also comes with a base. So with the base in, wings up. This is the kind of pose that you can achieve with the Freedom. And finally, we have the Freedom Gundam Money Shots, the full burst mode. Railguns forward, cannons forward. Of course, you could put the gun forward if you want. And the stand really makes this pose possible. Without the stand, doing this on the ground doesn't have the same impact. So, overall, Freedom Gundam. The Gundam itself is excellent. The wings make it back heavy and hard to pose, but there's a ton of different things you can do. So even though this is from 2004 and it's already 4 years old, this stacks up with the new ones. And I would say I actually like it a little bit more than the Master Grade Strike Freedom. That one was a little harder to pose, and its wings were making it even more back heavy. Master Grade 1/100th Freedom Gundam. Don't forget www.gundam.tk, or click on the YouTube page and you can see all of our reviews of the newest and some of the oldest and best Gundam models there are. Everybody, thanks for watching.